Transmisję dłuższego telewizjonnej rewolucji Kevin i Olivia na blogosfierę. The International Phenomenon. Attack of the Show.
Before the show was.
You were pawing at me like a koala bear. I saw your tweet about how adorable I am, so half of your face just came off on my shoulder. Let the record reflect half of Allison's face just wiped off on my arm.
So gross. Yeah, there you go. So hot.
Hey, welcome to Attack of the Show, everybody! Oh my God! OMG! Roof of the Mayo!
For what?
Roof of the Mayo.
Roof of the Mayo?
That's how you pronounce the acronym for rolling on the floor, laughing my... It's fine.
Oh.
Hey, we're TV's only source for all the acronyms you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. Good to see you. Olivia crossed the streams this morning at a urinal, so joining me now, Miss Allison Aislett!
We are coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
Good to see you.
Are you staring at me dreamily?
I was watching Watch Out Wall. I got lost in the logo. Look at it just spinning around.
It's a sexy watch out wall.
Yeah, it's like a big digital dangly keys.
Yeah.
I'm just lost in it. I'm kidding. I'm staring right through you. Hey, on the show today, we've got a rundown of the must-have iPad apps. From Twitter to streaming video to playing Flash. I'm kidding. I'll never do that. But if you own an Apple tablet, you must watch this. And negotiations to protect net neutrality failed, and the usually docile FCC kind of woke up and slapped the telecoms upside the rich heads. We'll discuss the government's nuclear option in the loop.
Let's fire repulsors!
Oh.
I sit down with the cast of Iron Man 2 to talk about new good guys, new bad guys, new old good guys, and most importantly, blingy new armor.
Hey!
Then we crawl inside the Virtue Sphere, a giant virtual reality ball that lets you run around inside a first-person shooter. And it's all well and good until somebody face plants, and it's awkward.
Yeah, you'll see.
Awkward.
You'll see.
You know what? It's time now for a nice hot internet scramble.
Oh, I like my around the net with bacon. Bacon.
I love bacon with everything.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Have you seen Bacon or Beer Can?
I have.
Oh, so good. So good. All right, now, listen, when you remove an animal from its ecosystem, usually it does some simple things. It suffers an excruciating pain, and then it dies.
Yes.
That's the
Now, right, with that in mind, we present an Indian lady's attempt to remove Queen's We Will Rock You from its native environment, the crowded stadium, obviously, and transplant it to her bedroom.
Buddy, your boy make a big noise playing in the street. Gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace. Kicking your can all over the place. Singing, we will rock you. We will rock you.
Sing it.
Sing it.
Sing it. Now the clip actually continues on, and she gives some very helpful instructions on downloading some HP printer drivers.
Oh, that's nice. I wonder if she could walk me through how to clear my memory cache of her singing.
No, it's there.
Cultural insensitivity.
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Epic. That's no longer Epic April.
They'll own us.
All right, at number 4 today is a race.
Yes, only this clip actually pits Google's Chrome search engine. It's not a search engine, it's a browser. Right?
Oh, snap.
Yeah. No.
You just brought
I'm
it.
disagreeing with the prompter. Bring me a rider out here. Chrome is a browser, and it pits the speed of said browser against the speed of a potato gun.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one comes up with fries first? We'll see.
Yeah, I missed that read through too, but... You're all arguing which protocols are faster.
Google was faster, but you can't eat an image, people. I mean, let's be serious. Oh my God, Kevin.
Salty plasma.
Kevin, I can't take you anywhere.
Huh?
I mean, honestly. All right, Anyway, today's number 3 item comes to us from a world-famous art disco superstar. You gonna join us again?
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm good.
You back after your meal?
I didn't really need to lick the screen, but whatever.
That's all right.
What are we talking about? Internet videos? Huh? What?
Yeah, we are
The
talking
Google?
about a world-famous art disco superstar. Apparently in the 70s, such things existed.
Yes.
And her name is Amanda Lear.
Oh, Amanda Lear!
Yes.
Amanda Lear, right? Yeah, I don't know who she is either. And you probably don't know, and we didn't either.
Nope.
But apparently, she worked with Salvador Dali, Roxy Music, and a bunch of other people who were all cooked up all the time. Allegedly.
That was everyone in the 70s.
Exactly.
All right. Well, here is her song, which attempts to recast our normal everyday alphabet as something a little more, I don't know, 70s? I had no idea that F stood for full frontal.
Well, I knew that one, but the G was a bit of a curveball.
Yeah, I know.
And that hot for words girl, the girl does not age.
It's all the coke.
Hot for words girl.
Obviously. It preserves you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I
mean, I really have no idea why that song wasn't a hit, you know? Oh,
really?
Except for the complete lack of melody.
Yeah. And the fact that she's basically doing word association with the alphabet.
Yeah, it's still better than TikTok, though.
Way better than TikTok, yes. Way better than TikTok.
Kesha. All right, today's number 2 item is a porno spoof of the new MacGyver spoof movie, MacGruber. Did you get that?
No.
Spoof of
brain hurts, boing.
Yeah.
That was a coil. We know what you're thinking. Sorry. You're probably thinking, okay, wait a minute. We got a spoof of a spoof.
Doesn't that make it the original?
Yeah, you can't double spoof. You can't two spoof. No two spoof in here.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. And then I say to you, what's the matter? Like, don't you like seeing ladies in bikinis being funny? Shut up your face!
Shut it up, all right? Because this was produced by the classy folks at Playboy, and I gotta be honest, although we wanted to hate it, it's actually pretty charming.
Miss Gruber, she's got it in the chicks. Miss
Miss Gruber, the door is locked and the bomb on this cruise ship's gonna go off in 20 seconds.
Everybody chill. You, hand me your sarong. Whatever you need, Miss Gruber. Wow, you've got a rockin' body. Do you work out a lot? Yeah, I do Pilates. It really helps when I work out my thighs.
Miss Gruber, the bomb! We're running out of time!
Quick, grab that trampoline and start bouncing on it. Sure thing, Miss Gruber. Miss Gruber, the bomb! Tom,
I gotta be honest, there was lots of enthusiastic method acting on display there. Oh, and boobs.
And boobs. Yeah.
Boobs.
That clip is exactly what I thought it would be, and thank you.
Even I enjoyed it. Yeah. Whoa! What?
Cue Twitter wall explosion in 3, 2, yep.
All right, still ahead, we wash up on the Jersey Shore and on number 1 ATN.
Right. Set course for the armpit state.
This is not the armpit state.
Looks like, smells
My
like,
state.
walks like a duck, it's a duck.
It doesn't look like an armpit.
Well, I'm saying it kind of looks like an armpit.
You kind of look like
Chris Gruff knows what's up.
Who does?
Chris Gruff on the Twitter
Oh, he
wall
was on
says,
it. Number one.
number one. His chant was loudest. Thank you, Chris Gruff.
Yes, and
Appreciate it.
obviously, Smart Ape RSPW, the Twitter wall is still working after my admission. It's okay.
Yeah. Your parents have disowned you, but Twitter is totally still working. Congratulations.
My parents disowned me ages ago.
We know. It's true. It's funny. You can laugh.
know.
It's, yeah. Her sadness is our gain.
Thanks, Mom.
Today's
Dad.
number 1 item is a misguided attempt at fun and advertising from the fine folks at Baskin-Robbins.
Yeah, now they thought that in order to sell their new line of blended ice cream treats, they needed a celebrity spokesperson, which is totally understandable.
I agree. My phone didn't ring. Did yours?
No, unfortunately not.
No, unfortunately, the celebrity they chose was Pauly D. From the hit Jersey exploitation reality series, The Jersey Shore.
Yo, what up? It's Pauly D right here, ready to mix it up with Baskin-Robbins 31 Below. So check it. Drag and drop your mix-in beats and make a unique track just like a 31 Below made with soft serve and your favorite mix-ins. The result is a hot mix. Ready to make some noise? Here we go. Remix.
Oh, yo.
Remix. That
what-
hair was in full effect.
What was this movie did though?
I don't
Was that like the
know.
little sample spoon they give you at
Yes.
Baskin Robbins?
What?
I'm just tasting it.
What?
Just a little taste.
What?
Just a little taste. A
like
mini
it.
baby bird. So we agree that the ad campaign is pretty terrible, but I wonder if the DJ software is any fun.
It must be, obviously. Let's make a beat.
Let's
Why don't we
take
try
it for
out?
a spin, shall
DJ
we?
K-Pair.
Yeah.
Let's drop it
All right,
in.
so here we are. This is Mix It Up with Pauly D.
All
And instead of beats, it's called tempo, y'all.
Tempo.
So let's just drop some tempo up in there, up in that piece.
do it.
Boom.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah!
Pauly D,
Yo,
Pauly D.
here we go,
Alright,
Pauly. Here we go. I'm gonna drop
Pauly.
another one in.
Yo, click below to get your coupon for a free
All
song.
right, no. Don't. You've already sold out enough. Don't sell me out anymore, Pauly.
I know. I don't want your coupon. I just want to make a beat.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's try another one. What's he got here?
Oh, he doesn't talk on that
Oh,
one.
thank God. That's the best
There we
one.
go.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
So we got that, and then we can add some accents up in here just for some play.
We-
What are these
we also
here?
need some harmony.
I need some chirping birds there.
There you
And,
go.
Now we're beating up a beat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we beat up all women's off the shore. What?
Hey.
Allegedly. All right, so let's drop in some shout outs here.
I like the shout outs.
All right, let me see what we got here.
It's me, Pauly D.
Oh, snap it is.
I love that he stares at you with the dead
I know.
eyes while he talks to you. That's the best part.
It's me,
Taste the
Pauly D.
beat.
Taste the beat? Yeah, let's
Taste
get
the
one of
beat?
those in there.
Yo.
This isn't Skittles, though.
Yo.
Is it?
Yo. That's his text message alert, too. He's
Yo.
that into himself. All right,
I like
I
it.
think that's good enough. And by
Yeah?
good enough, I mean as good as it's going to get. So,
Let's do
the
it.
beat.
yeah, all right,
you just said
Pauly.
it. Drop
He
the
knows what's
beat.
up.
All
Let's
right,
take it
we're
to the
doing it,
club. What? Yo.
Check this out.
I'm just going to creepily look at the dance flow.
I'm going to work it.
What is that?
It's me, Pauly D.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It works.
What just happened? Oh, this is not fun
Yeah,
anymore.
you-
This is not fun. I am out of Chippendales now. What is going on here?
That is the power of Pauly
I'm
D,
getting
Allison.
my ass smacked by
That's pretty bad.
doors.
Oh, no!
We dance
Oh, thank you.
now.
Hi, yes,
Oh,
no,
my
thank
God.
you. Oh, no.
Okay, we need to make
How
this
do you make
end.
them go, Pauly? Come on.
No,
Go,
go,
we
go.
stop it.
Ah.
Woo. We should never open this again.
I'm just saying that wasn't that bad. I can listen to some
Why
Pauly
you
D if we
hitting
just hit. You want to? No, okay, fine. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/around the net.
I feel like I was just at a bachelorette party.
Yeah. Can we burn this laptop? Can we get
Yeah,
somebody under just set it on just a nice fire would be great. Hey, Iron Man 2 has been blowing up the box office internationally, and it's actually finally out in the U.S. this Friday.
Finally.
Yeah. Coming out.
Now, I got to go to Stark headquarters and meet the stars. Iron Man 2.0 has arrived, and this time he's packing some serious muscle under the hood. With Mickey Rourke and Scarlett Johansson joining the already star-studded cast, Iron Man 2 promises to be an impressive upgrade.
Oh, it's good to be back.
So how do you top Iron Man?
We just did it.
For us, we really wanted to do something unexpected, but yet that fulfills the expectations based on the first movie, and then throw a few new characters in to screw things up a little bit.
The most formidable thing about Whiplash is his drive to end Tony's popular memory in society.
It was an opportunity to have two suits fighting each other, and it was going to happen in Monaco on race day. It was really exciting, and we were able to actually achieve that.
With the whip work, did you actually use whips?
Yeah, full whips. I'd worked with whips before.
I'm not gonna ask where. But we get a different Whiplash than the comic book.
Oh, yes.
What made you go this
Yeah,
way?
we didn't go lycra and big feather coming out of the top of the head. And you throw in Black Widow. If you were married and your husband's new secretary looked like Scarlett Johansson, it might be a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
I want one.
No. This character is a warrior. She's a master of hand-to-hand combat and an incredible athlete. And so a lot of physical training, stunt training, it's all part of wielding the Black Widow label.
Nail it.
And then you have the new War Machine armor.
What happened to the other guy?
Right. War Machine is actually a creation of an early Iron Man prototype that James Rhodes appropriates.
This whole lone gunslinger act's unnecessary.
He's going to get heat from the government.
You want my property? You can't have it.
And for good reason. He has a weapon of mass destruction basically in his garage.
What's your favorite part about the new suit?
Just the idea behind it, because I remember reading the comics and he's walking around with this suitcase and you go, man, how would that ever happen? John always said, you know, we can't have it be too small. People have to enjoy this moment and also somehow be able to recognize how they would have packed it back up if they had to put it back in the suitcase. There's actually a possibility of his superpowers being made real. I mean, we see in popular mechanics this sort of stuff.
What?
Maybe not this flashy, but it's in the works.
Right, he wasn't bitten by a radioactive spider.
That's why all the fanboys have crushes on the girls from G4, because they're good looking, but they're really geeks, so they feel like they can play video games with them.
That is why all the fanboys have crushes on the girls from G4.
Mm-hmm.
John Favreau said it. All right, yeah, but sure, you know, having Whiplash in Iron Man 2 is awesome, but I want to know when we're getting the other classic Iron Man villains, like the Unicorn and the Man Bull in a movie. That's what I'm missing. Man Bull.
No, those aren't real Marvel characters, Allison.
What are you talking about?
Not like the Hammer and Anvil.
What?
The villain team of a radical black guy and white supremacists that escaped a chain gang attached to each other. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No, seriously, the pair's hatred of prison was stronger than their hatred of each other.
Oh. But the other guys are just as real, Kevin. Look it up. The 70s were a dark, creative time for comics.
Oh.
Bad. Man Bull.
Noted.
I mean, every issue was like a very special episode of your least favorite sitcom, and characters were created based off of whatever the writer smoked the night before.
Oh, 70s.
Yeah. Didn't bring us a lot of love on this show, huh?
Sometimes you see the train coming, but you're already parked on the tracks, so you just let it ride. Just let it ride. Hey, the only thing better than a learning is a winning.
Yeah!
Which means it's time for another epic giveaway!
Yes, because today's epic giveaway is this awesome Koto Bukiya Iron Man 2 Mark IV art effects provided by KotoUS.com. This incredibly detailed Japanese import. He's a little over a foot tall. He has lights in the base. Wait, hold on.
I was just showing.
He has lights in the base. Oh, and yeah, the best part is the switch on the back. Because then he lights up.
Oh, yeah.
You have just been repulsed.
Now, here's the deal. We have 2 of these to give away, so you actually have 2 chances to win. So to enter, visit our website at g4tv.com/AOTS. Click on the Epic Giveaway link and get your entry in between now and May 7th by 3 p.m. Eastern if you want to be eligible. We'll announce the winners right here on tomorrow's show. It's pretty damn sweet. You're going to want it. Yeah.
I think we only have one of these to give away because I'm keeping this
We
one.
have 2, Allison. Relax.
No,
we have
mine.
2.
It's mine.
Still ahead, everybody, we have some must-have iPad apps, including one that'll let you stream any video to your iPad. It's true.
And later we'll jump into the Virtue Sphere. If you ever want to run around inside a first-person shooter, you must watch this.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. I love you, Iron Man.
Kevin says.
Something from Frank Rod 1. He says, I say Allison can have anything she wants. Thank you, Frank Rod. I agree. I can have anything I want.
When he's whispering in your ear, he's whispering that to you at on a public bus. You'll think differently.
On a public bus?
It'll be at a bus,
you can have anything
a shelter, a BART. It'll be something, but it'll be whispered.
Fantastic.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's your old friends at Attack of the Show.
Hey!
So, you finally got a shiny new iPad, but you don't know what apps to put on it.
Don't worry, WebTools will explain everything. You waited in line for hours, you forked over your hard-earned money to Uncle Steve, and now it's time to load up your shiny iPad with some apps. To get you the most bang for your buck, here's a quick list of our favorite iPad essentials. First, get your tweet on with TweetDeck, the most powerful Twitter app on the iPad. It takes advantage of the large screen to deliver not only your timeline at a glance, but also your mentions and direct messages in separate, scrollable columns. With a couple of taps, you can add more columns to track things like custom searches and Twitter trending topics. Tap a specific tweet to get a detailed view in the top viewport and a list of actions. Activate a link and the viewport slides to reveal a handy built-in web browser. Focus on your columns or see a full-screen view of any tweeted links by simply rotating the landscape. TweetDeck is fast, easy to use, it offers all the features hardcore Twitter addicts could ever need, and best of all, it's free. Unfortunately for the web addicts out there, the iPad experience isn't so good. The included Safari browser just doesn't cut it for serious web surfing. Luckily, Atomic Web Browser has everything Safari is missing and much more. You want tabs? You got them, and they work just like you'd expect. Tap and hold links to load them in the background, all without leaving the current page. On top of that, Atomic Web Browser supports finger gestures. Swipe 2 fingers to switch tabs, or tap 3 fingers to go full screen. There's even a built-in ad block option that hides web banners, pop-ups, and ads. This is the iPad browser that Safari should have been, and for just 99 cents, it's a definite must-have. And finally, the iPad could be the perfect movie machine. But with limited storage space and poor file support, you might spend days converting your video library. However, there's a solution. Air Video for iPad streams almost any video format. We're talking AVIs, DivX files, MPEG 2, and more from any computer directly to your iPad. Download and run the Air Video server on your home computer and point it to your video folders. Now, launch Air Video on your iPad and you're ready to start streaming. Pick a movie, sit back, and in seconds, you'll be enjoying the show. The Air Video server on your PC converts your videos into a high-quality stream on the fly that the iPad can play back almost instantly wherever you go. Try the light version of Air Video for free or download the full version for just $2.99. Honestly, you'll never know how you lived without it. From power tweeting to tab surfing to video streaming, there really is an app for everything. And for just a few bucks, you can get the most out of your brand new iPad. Right now, if you're waiting for Apple to release an app that makes the iPad not cost $500, my advice is to wait. I would give it like 6 months, and there'll be an app for that too. You all bought one, so I don't know, you're laughing at yourselves, early adopters. Oh, sounds like a news cana was erupting with information. Whoa! Allison!
Thanks, Kev. All right, it's time to start. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, Kevin. It's Thursday, May 6th, and here are your top stories. The FCC is trying to prevent ISPs like Time Warner, Comcast, and Cablevision from restricting access to the internet based on usage. For instance, if you're streaming Netflix videos on your PS3, service providers are hoping to charge you more for the increased bandwidth use. What does this mean for you? Well, it means it would suck, but we're going to have more for you later in the loop. Now, if you've ever been in a foreign country and wondered what the hell does that sign in French actually say, Google Goggles can actually help you. Today, Google announced that this new feature will allow you to point your Android-powered phone's camera at a sign in a different language, take a photo, and if Google recognizes the text, translate it. So far, the goggles can read and translate English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish. And Google says it's hard at work on other languages like Chinese, Hindi, and Arabic, as well as versions for other smartphone operating systems. That's pretty sweet, actually. And finally, if you're in the market for a cheap used car, don't buy a Bugatti. A 1936 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic just set the automobile sales record when it sold for more than $30 million. Yeah. The rare car was auctioned off to the highest bidder, an anonymous, devoted connoisseur, with way too much money, obviously. The previous record for a used car sale was a 1957 Ferrari 250 Testarossa that sold for $12.2 million in 2009. Now, nobody asked, but my guess is Jay Leno. Anyone? No one got that. All right, I'm Allison. I'm Allison Hayslip, and you've just been fed.
All right, internet service providers want BitTorrenting to cost you an arm and a leg. The FCC doesn't. We're going to explain the net neutrality showdown right now in The Loop. What does net neutrality have in common with zombies or Superman or Jesus? I hope you guessed it. It's back from the dead. Net neutrality is the principle that neither ISPs nor the government can throttle your bandwidth or block content like peer-to-peer file sharing or the streaming of movies. If you pay for a specific internet package, your connection shouldn't drop out because you're using it more than others. Many analysts predicted that net neutrality was a goner after a court sided with Comcast and their claim that the FCC didn't have the authority to regulate the internet. But now the FCC is poised to unveil plans to regulate both cable and dial-up internet connections. Will the FCC succeed in their effort to save net neutrality? And is this call for regulation going too far or not far enough? Protecting your internet since about '05. It's The Loop. All right, before we begin today's Loop, I do want to issue a disclaimer letting you know that Comcast is G4's parent company, and I have a mortgage. With that said, joining me from Chicago to help us make sense of it all, Senior Associate Editor for Engadget, Nilay Patel is here. How are you, Nilay?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
I'm doing very well. We're actually excited for the potential resurgence of net neutrality, and I also know that there's a lot of people staring at their couch going, huh? Because we've talked about net neutrality about 1,000 times on the show, but it's still sort of a nebulous concept. And I think there's an image that some great graphic designer released that shows, hey, in the future, this could be your internet, where you pay for access to the internet, and then you have tiered plans where, oh, you want the Google? It's $39.99. And your YouTubes, those are only $50. Is that an accurate description of what could happen if we don't have net neutrality?
I think it's an accurate description of like the absolute worst case scenario. I don't think any broadband provider is ever going to say, well, we're not going to let you access Google unless you pay us. But I think they might say, if you want YouTube to be faster, you have to pay us more. Or if you want Netflix to, be in HD, you have to pay us more. And, that's problematic, I think.
Wait, so are you saying that if a major corporation, especially one that could constrict access to broadband or the internet, if they could make money, they would do it?
Yes, it's shocking.
Wow. All right. Well, how is the FCC stepping in and proposing to regulate the internet and revive net neutrality?
Well, so what the FCC did today was that they tried to go back to where they were a few months ago. So, Comcast, they won that court case, and the court said the FCC doesn't have the authority to impose net neutrality on the internet, right?
And the FCC said we're going to kick it old school and do some drive-bys with some old school regulation that was used for telephones, right?
Right, used for telephones. So in 2002, the Bush administration said the internet is under, it's an information service. And so it's very lightly regulated. And so what the FCC is saying today is, well, okay, we can't regulate it if we call it an information service. So we'll break the concept of the internet in two and say access to the internet is a telecommunication service, just like the phone system in this country, and we're going to regulate it like the phone system. And the content of the internet we won't touch. So it's Ted Stevens in the series of tubes, right?
Yeah.
There's a pipe, and there's what goes through the pipe. Mm-hmm. And the FCC is saying we're going to regulate the pipe companies and say they have to give pipes to everyone, and they can't discriminate what flows through the pipe.
And now, would this have even happened had Comcast not won that legal battle against the FCC a couple weeks ago? Isn't that what sort of ruffled the feathers here and got everybody acting up?
Yeah, whenever the FCC does something, the first response of the telecommunications industry is to say, you don't have the authority to do that. And that's pretty much just how that works. And so, it's either Comcast was going to win that lawsuit, or AT&T was going to win it in 6 months, or Verizon was going to win it in a year. Because, the classification of the internet has always been problematic for the FCC. So, this response, you said, a lot of people thought net neutrality was over. I thought, and I know a lot of people who thought that Comcast had won a battle, but they had pretty much just set themselves up to lose the war about as badly as possible.
Well, but Nilay, let me ask you this now. Is the FCC going too far with their proposed regulation, or are they not going far enough? Could Comcast or other major telcos strike back in the future and potentially one up the FCC?
I think the FCC is trying to thread the needle here, right? I don't think they want to censor content on the internet. I don't think they have any interest in doing that. And what they're modeling their new regulations on is how they regulate wireless phones. And I think we can all agree that wireless phones in this country are a pretty healthy market. And what they're really trying to do is, right now the incentive for, I won't pick Comcast, I'll pick, Time Warner.
Thank you.
I'm trying to help you. I heard about your mortgage. they're trying to say to Time Warner, we don't want you, your great incentive is to go to Google and say, we can make YouTube faster. Or your great incentive is to go to Netflix or ABC or whoever and say, we can make your videos higher quality.
But Nilay, doesn't that open the door to down the future or down the road? One of these companies, everybody's paying for this faster sort of bandwidth road on the information superhighway, and then they let everybody else go by the wayside. So the companies that aren't paying up don't get quality access.
Right, and that is the real problem. Congress has recognized this. They keep on telling the FCC, we don't want you to regulate the internet very much because it's such a wide open market that anybody can participate in. And so now if you have the access providers saying, in the absence of net neutrality, we're going to make some people's access faster.
Right.
We're going to give preferential access to big companies. That ruins kind of the free-flowing flow of information on the internet that's made it so prosperous for everybody.
So the war is still being waged, and it's going to take a couple years to see how it shakes out. But in the meantime, Nilay, if you have a guest bedroom, I might be hitting you up for it very soon. Thank you.
But I have Comcast in my house, so I might just be getting cut off.
We love Comcast! Seriously, Nilay, as a huge proponent of net neutrality, I appreciate you coming on and helping explain it all. Thank you so much. Nilay Patel from Engadget. He's the one keeping us in the loop. Right now, let's go over to Allison.
I love Comcast too. Yay. All right, stay tuned. We are diving into the Virtue Sphere, a virtual reality ball that lets you run around in a first-person shooter.
The feed is brought to you by Mobil 1, the world's leading synthetic motor oil brand. Step up to Mobil 1 at your next oil change.
Do you remember The Lawnmower Man?
Yeah.
All right. How about the horror movies of Stay Alive or Ghost Machine? You remember those?
Oh yeah, of course. I said yeah.
Okay, let me try this again. Let's see. What would you know? Have you ever wanted to run around inside a giant video game? You ever want to do that?
Yes, obviously. Why aren't you listening to me?
Okay. Why do you have to make this so hard? All right. Earlier, I got to do that. Would you like to see it?
No. Yeah, you already told me about it.
Fine. Watch this, everybody. Really? Wow.
I believe
okay.
you.
Yeah, I got this giant ball, but my doctor says it's totally fine and safe. Let me show you. It's big, it's spherical, and some would call it a giant hamster ball. But its real name is the Virtue Sphere. Weighing it at a massive 650 pounds and measuring 10 feet in diameter, the Virtue Sphere might be the future of virtual reality gaming. As you walk inside the sphere, an optical tracking sensor below the ball registers your movement, much like a trackball on a mouse. This gaming peripheral completely frees users of their spatial limits by allowing them to infinitely walk or run in any direction, limited only by the size of their virtual environment. But enough standing around. It's time to get inside the Virtue Sphere. All right, joining me now, Steve Isbell from 360 Virtual Ventures. How are you, Steve?
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, you kidding me? It's a pleasure to have you here. This thing is awesome. So most guests show up and they bring a little clip on a DVD.
Right.
You bring a giant, intimidating hamster ball. What are we gaming on when we're actually inside this ball? What are the games that we're playing?
We have the first-person shooter game, and we also have a virtual walkthrough of a Russian village. We're working with Epic Games, and they actually have the Unreal 3 engine. And
they hate Russians, so you put those two together.
Exactly.
I'm kidding, Cliff. I know. No, that's cool. So you could have like a Gears of War style experience and that sort of level of detail inside the Virtue Sphere. That'd be amazing.
Of course, you just map the drivers to the game with the sphere, and you're ready to go.
W is now this from the keyboard. Yes.
Exactly.
Can I actually hop inside there and give it a try?
Of course. Let's try.
Sweet. So we got motion tracking on the headset here. And what is this futuristic world that I'm running around in?
It is Gorge Tour.
Oh, is this guy a friendly guy?
No, he's going to be an alien.
Okay, good.
There you go.
Just making sure. Yep. No, let's be friends. Come back, little alien men. All right, stopping. Stopping is trickier than running. There we go. I'm a virtual action hero. This is so weird. I feel like the first step is the most important step inside here. That really sets, I don't want to say gets the ball rolling, but it literally and figuratively No, I mean, it really does, though, Steve, right? Like, I mean, that is going to...
That gets your momentum going, and then you just keep up with it.
There's something so foreign about seeing an area and wanting to go to it and go, like, actually get there, and to realize I just have to walk there. I have to fight my urge to not lean over while running because I want to get into a full sprint, but...
Exactly.
It feels like, you know, the less patient and calm I am, the better it is, which is terrible for me. Oh, I just made a mess. Alrighty. Okay, I'm sold. Where do I click to actually order one? Can I buy them on your website?
You can go to www.360virtualventures.com.
Okay, and what do these set me back if I want a couple of these in the living room?
Well, if you're a rich kid and you got high ceilings, about $35,000.
35 grand, all right. Let's assume I'm not a rich kid and I'm watching Attack of the Show and I want to get inside a Virtue Sphere. Where do I go?
We're opening at the Excalibur Casino, and we're looking to do the mall setups across the nation.
So a couple months away from total world domination.
Right.
Steve, thank you so much for bringing this on. Really appreciate it. At last! The walls between man and hamster are tumbling down. I told you this day would come.
Okay, you need to settle down and go eat some cedar chips, okay?
Okay.
Calm yourself. All right. Still ahead, we send Taryn Southern to Raffle Con to sample the digital balls.
She met the Auto-Tune the News team and the guy who created Keyboard Cat.
Wait, I thought the union between a lady cat and a boy cat created Keyboard Cat.
You know what I mean, Allison?
Or is the lady cat and a piano?
You know
Did
what
that
I
create
mean.
Keyboard
You know,
Cat?
just stop, please.
But they're baby.
Wrong love tonight. But I will come again.
Testify!
Coming up tomorrow on AOTS, Fight Club author Chuck Palahniuk joins us to talk about his new book, Tell All. Then on Gadget Prawn with Chris Hardwick, we find out if the Nook is a worthy Mother's Day gift. And it's the AOTS classic that rocked the internet when Olivia steps into the cyborg heels of the lesbionic woman. See it tomorrow.
I want to know how horrible it was.
Oh, so horrible. All right, every year MIT holds Raffle Con, a convention dedicated to popular internet memes.
Yes, like Pereira Waffle Pyramid.
Okay, maybe not that one. No.
Hey everybody, what's going on? We're hanging out at MIT for the coolest convention on the planet, Waffle Con!
Wait, what's that? That's Raffle Con.
Oh, the internet convention. Here you go.
Internet speak for roll on the floor laughing. RaffleCon is MIT's annual conference where the most famous web pop culture personalities host panels for their biggest fans. Every RaffleCon registration packet comes with one of these, a Raffle condom. Guaranteed protection against pregnancy.
The RaffleCon is essentially the internet in one physical place for a weekend. So we bring together internet celebrities, both intentional and unintentional, to come and talk about internet culture.
Tell us, what is a meme?
Sure, so a meme is it's derived from the word gene to refer to the idea of thinking about ideas as these organisms that can hop from person to person.
So like David Evans, the dentist, who's here, that's a viral video. But until people started remixing it, it didn't become a meme.
Stay in your seat. If I didn't have that little flip cam, I would have never done it.
Why is this happening to me?
You know, they say I'm exploiting and abusing my child, but they would embed the video on their site. There was more exploitation on their end than there was on mine.
Walk us through your business model, starting with I Can Has Cheeseburger.
We purchased I Can Has Cheeseburger from the two co-founders back in September of 2007. And then we also got I Has a Hot Dog, Graph Jam, Pundit Kitchen, and then we bought Failblog in April of 2008. Since then, we've been able to launch a new website every single week. And the latest website that we launched is a pun-related community, which is called So Much Pun. We look for sustainable ideas and humor. Like, we want to make sure that what we create isn't a one-hit wonder. Content is absolutely king. You do better content, you draw more traffic, and you make more money.
You were the guy who discovered Keyboard Cat. How did you find the video?
Found it on YouTube. It was originally called Cool Cat Playing the Keys, and Charlie Schmidt had posted it.
Well, back in those days, I didn't have a job. I did have a cat, camera, and a keyboard, so I was just using available materials to sort of get through the day. He emailed me and said, "Can I have permission to use your video in a mashup that I'm doing on YouTube?" Within a matter of days, it just was totally nuts.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
It's sort of like the cat's like a Greek god or something of the internet. Like it's just one of many memes now. It serves a specific purpose of playing people off when they fail.
We make Auto-Tune the News like a music video. So the song comes first, and then we make it just like you would make a traditional music video. You're lip syncing to the music.
Imagine with me for a moment. Imagine America.
Made in America.
Made in America.
Made in America.
Made in America. That's what I want to imagine.
It just becomes like a big gospel chorus.
I love it.
There's a lot of controversy around Auto-Tune. Our philosophy is don't hate the tool, hate the craftsman.
I want auto-tune on my voice. I want auto-tune on my voice.
Made in America. Made in America.
Content is absolutely
Auto-tune on my voice.
Oh, yeah.
Why is this happening?
Oh, yeah.
We had an awesome time. Well, that's it here at Raffle Con, everybody. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you don't need a big budget to be a web star. All you need is a flip cam and an idea. And not even a very good idea.
And the lulls went on for days.
Days!
Days!
So many days! There were lulls.
I think there was only like 2 or 3 days.
I think it's 2.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Twitter wall!
Woohoo! Why not? Let's go. Can we check it out?
Do we go over there?
I guess we stand here.
I don't know. How about?
I want to.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna stay here. We're
someone off-
emphatically being
someone-
told to stay put. Don't move. Okay, you stay there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna freeze right here and I'll read.
Someone just force pushed me from off camera.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Do not get near that wall. We are not lit for that, son.
Because it is wired to explode, Kevin.
Look
Don't
at that.
touch it!
You know,
oh my God. Just pose. Sexy. I like
How
it.
are my tweets, huh?
Here, you stay
my
there.
tweets hanging out?
I'm just gonna go right
Yeah.
here.
So what's the wall say, Allison?
I don't know. My back's to it.
I can't read it from this angle. Well, this is a great Twitter. Check
I need
it.
your help to convince my girlfriend to watch AOTS at midnight.
Oh, yeah,
Please
wait.
help.
Here, help. Let me
What?
help the girlfriend watch.
Oh, help the girlfriend.
That's all the reason she needs right there.
Oh,
Thanks to our guests, Steve Isbell from Virtuosphere, Nilay Patel from Engadget, and Allison Hayslip for co-hosting X Play starts right now.